Want to know how to better ship orders to your customers? Well, stay tuned, as in today's show we get to open another delivery and see what lessons we can learn for our own e-commerce businesses, because today I am super excited to be opening the order from Classic Hand Tools, and we are going to look at packaging, logos on boxes, and how we can better engage end customers as a brand. Now, a few days ago I ordered a hand plane from a website called Classic Hand Tools, and if you've not seen that video where I choose the website I purchased from, you can check it out. The link will be in the description below. That will explain how I've got to this point. Now, the parcel a few days later arrived, and here it is. Ta-da! If you remember when I was searching, I searched for the Lie-Nielsen plane, and the first website that came up was a website called Dictum, and I deliberately ignored it because it had German subtext, so I just assumed it was a German site. Didn't even check it out. And then when the box arrives, check this out. Can you see that? It says Dictum on the side of the box. Now, I purchased from Classic Hand Tools, so I'm assuming they're the same company. Now, I got an email from Classic Hand Tools confirming the order, and I got an email from them saying that the order's been shipped with a tracking number, which was super great. This is from Dictum to Classic Hand Tools. Now, just looking at the label here, it says on the front, you can see that. Box is heavy. It says that it came from Dictum to Classic Hand Tools, so maybe Classic Hand Tools are buying from Dictum, and maybe I should have checked that website out in the first place. Anyway, it's arrived. So, open the box, and actually it came this way because it had the FedEx on, which has got my address. I opened it up, and that's the one on the inside, so I know that they're buying them from Dictum. Okay, so this is how it comes. It's got the usual paper inside. A lot of paper. Okay, this is how Amazon sends their parcels, isn't it, with this paper, which is great in some respects. It's cheap, it's biodegradable, but it's brown and it's dull as dishwater and it's pretty boring. But still, let's throw that away. Oh, and now we have more packaging material. So we have shredded paper, and we have 3 types of packaging material. I'm not quite sure what that's all about. Choose one, guys, and don't use shredded paper because that's messy. Okay, still it's good for the compost bin. Let's have a look at what we've got. So this is what I see when I take the paper out. Again, not inspiring, but I get it. I understand why it's not going to be inspiring. So I've cut this envelope here. Nothing on it. See. But inside is a metal rule, which you can see. I didn't order that, so I assume that's a freebie, which is great. Thank you for the freebie. My advice, a little sticker on there saying your free gift is enclosed. Just to help, that would be great. I am being picky, of course. Oh, and another freebie. A 2017. Very nice. Again, little sticker, free gift. Okay, so we've got a Classic Hand Tools brochure. Now, they've obviously spent more time thinking about their brochure than they did about their website, which is nice. Nice little brochure telling me what else they do. Okay, so inside we have some boxes. Let me get these out. Okay, so as I'm unloading the box, I come across these 2 very small items, which would have been easy to forget about and lose in this massive box, especially with all this loose packaging here. Not really sure what you could have done to make that stand out more. It's quite good. But this, I could have quite easily assumed this is just, you know, spare bubble wrap, but it's actually got a little stone in there, which I need. So I'm glad I found those, but just make them stand out a bit. Let's move this big ass box. Okay, so let's look at what we've got here. First and foremost, as I said, the stone which I ordered, which is great, comes in protective bubble wrap. I obviously know what it is because I ordered it, but there's nothing to identify what it is. I don't know if that's a problem going forward. So this, I'm going to assume, is my plane. Now, let's have a look. Heirloom quality tools is such a great tagline. I really like that. It's such a great tagline from Lee Nielsen. Anyway, let's open that up. Oh, as an aside, on a box, right, when you do boxes like this, it tells me on the side what it is. Great, low angle jack plane, nice. And it's on every side, which is great. And the top, just to be clear, I'm not convinced. Again, a personal thing, your logo needs to be that big. I'm a big fan of smaller logos because it's not about you, it's about the customer, right? It's not about who you are, it's about what I'm going to get as a result of using this plane. Anyway, let's open this up. Bubble wrap, and paper. Feel like I'm opening a bag of chips. I'm not sure that's a good association. Might be a British thing. And there she is. My low angle jack plane. A thing of beauty. And inside it was a little slip here. Here's the thing, I'm not going to talk about the plane because the plane's a plane and you're not here to watch videos about woodworking planes. And if you are, I'm sorry, I'm not going to talk about the Lee Nielsen low angle jack plane. Other than that, feels lush in the hands. It looks beautiful and I can't wait to use it. Now, what I am going to talk about is the packaging that it came in. Now, bearing in mind, this is one of the most expensive planes on the market, I think. Certainly it was expensive for me. I'm sure there are much more expensive ones, but for me, out of the planes that I saw, it was the top end of the market. Now, how do you package something for the top end of the market? I'm not convinced wrapping it in chip shop paper is a good way to do that. Now, I get that you need the paper because there's a little bit of oil on the plane. And so this would have been special paper, I'm sure, for the oil. But you've wrapped it in brown paper, then in white paper, then in bubble wrap. And this is a fairly expensive plane. Personally, I think you could look at this experience and make it a little bit more sexy. And just make the owning experience just a bit more wow to go with the tool that I bought, just to make it feel great. I have seen videos actually from Lee Nielsen where the planes, I guess it depends what plane you order, it comes in a wooden box, a crafted wooden box. Which would have been stunning, and I'm assuming the reason you've not done it with this plane is a cost issue, because there are more expensive planes out there. But I just think for what I've purchased, I appreciate I'm going to be focusing much more on what I get out of this when I actually use it in the shop, but I could have just been a bit more wow. Now, let's talk about this, the little leaflet that came with it. Now, first and foremost, it's not printed in the center. Again, this is me being picky, but this tells me that it just feels like some guy's copied this in the back of his workshop. That's not what I bought, right? I'm supposed to have bought something great from a reputable company that likes to put its logo in really big places. You know, make it really big. Make your logo smaller. I'm supposed to be buying heirloom quality tools. So far, doesn't feel like it with this piece of paper. It's not central. Now, that may have just been a one-off printing issue. It's just me being picky. But in here, for example, it says for the blade sharpening thing. So it talks about how to sharpen the blade. Super helpful. You've got to keep a sharp blade, right? But it says here you can find further sharpening instructions in a printable PDF format on our website with a super long domain, which I don't think I'm going to be able to get on the screen. But it's like, you know what? Here, guys, we could do something really simple. QR codes. I just get a scanner, scans it, takes me to the website where you show me how to sharpen the blade. You give me a video because I'm buying heirloom quality materials. I'm buying top end stuff, right? So We could use videos here on how to use the product, how to sharpen the product. Now I know they're out there because I've been on YouTube, but you can make it easy with this, just with some QR codes, to get me really involved in this product that I've bought and really involved with you as a company. I could connect with you so much better if you promote yourself better in this. So rather than just giving me text, give me QR codes that send me to a website with videos. Now, granted, a lot of woodworkers may not be into the web as much as I am. I might be an anomaly. I might not be your specific target audience, but you know what? We're all going to get there. So just for me, I would have redone this packaging and I would have integrated the post-buying experience and got me onto your website as quick as possible, registering the product, watching videos, how to use it, how to sharpen it, the top 10 tips on, you know, the Lee Nielsen plane. So you would then know who I am. You could connect with me, you could market to me, and you could build a lifetime sort of relationship with me as a customer. But that has not happened. So I think you've missed out on that. But the product itself seems to be, on first glance, living up to expectations. I can't wait to use it. Okay, and I'm sure you are curious to know what the rest of the items were that I ordered. I'll tell you what I ordered. I ordered a honing guide system. Now, what this does is it helps me sharpen the blade. So again, I got this from YouTube videos, right? Watching people on YouTube, not from Lee Nielsen themselves, where they could have easily upsold this to me. But this, saying this was actually 100 quid or whatever it was for the sharpening guide. I've got another piece of paper. This one's actually got a date on it, which is 6 months ago. Okay. Fundamental problem you've got here. You can just about make that out. Every measurement you have given me in terms of distance is in inches. Now, British, European, we don't do imperial anymore. We do millimeters. So take note, Lee Nielsen, you have an international audience. Make your products international friendly. I've now got to figure out what 7/8 of an inch is. Now, I appreciate some people watching this might think it's a bit sad that I don't know what 7/8 of an inch is, but the bottom line is I'm a millimeter man. Now, like I said, this was not a cheap item, and I get that it's not cheap. It's well built, and you know, it's a nice honing guide. And I guess it's sent in this because I can use it time and time again, and I can just keep it in there to keep my product safe, which is nice. A bit cheap and plasticky. Could have done something a bit more imaginative there, but I get it. I do get it. Tip, imperial, metric, get yourself ready for an international audience. And the final Lee Nielsen product we have you like these little booklets, don't you? You send them with every single tool. This one's actually printed on center, which is nice. Nice paper. And again, I think get me integrated into the website, into your website as quick as possible. Don't just give me a piece of paper. Make ways to know me. We have the wooden box, and again, at least we're consistent now with our paper packaging. And I feel like I'm at the chip shop again. And again, we have the same brown paper. And we have the chisel. I actually knew this was going to come in 2 parts because I'd watched something on the web, a bit of a review. So I knew what was coming, right? But not from them. Now, there was nothing in here to tell me that this is going to come in 2 parts that grabs my attention, right? So the chances are strong, because I am not like a woodworking super guru genius. I'm just trying to buy some nice tools that are heirloom quality and going to last. I bought this chisel. There is a strong chance I would have sent this back going, "You've sent me a broken chisel. Why would you do that?" Now, obviously, you've not sent me a broken chisel. I know what I need to do. And this is one of the unique features of this particular product, is you can swap out the handle with a bigger handle if you like, which is nice, right? I don't know if you get many people like me that look at that and go, why? It would have been good, I think, to identify that it was going to be in 2 pieces and why it is in 2 pieces before I'd got into the product. So something on the inside of the box. And here's actually, that reminds me, the box, the inside of your box. Everybody likes to put their logo on the outside in super big. Make it small. you can do something here on the inside of the lid. So as I open the box, there, just some simple statement like, well done on buying a tool that's going to last a lifetime, you know, pass it on to the generations, or something like that. Just a simple statement which makes me go, oh, I've got quality before I've even looked at the actual product. So don't miss that opportunity there on the inside of the box. And the rest of this stuff is not Lee Nielsen. It is in fact Japanese sharpening stones. Great. Wonderful. So just some simple stones that I can use to sharpen my plane with that I needed to buy, which is great. So happy with those. What they didn't do on Classic Hand Tools, if you remember, is they didn't sell me these. I had to go searching for them. And it strikes me that if someone's buying a plane, there's a strong chance they're going to want this. There's a strong chance they're going to want some sharpening stones. It would have been sensible to upsell me those. I had to go looking for them. As it is, oh, and the other thing you could have done was a bundle, right? You can put all this together in a bundle, do a little bit of a discount. So I'm more likely to buy more. So overall, Classic Hand Tools, fast delivery, great email, tracking service was great. The website worked well. I've got the actual tools. They're all branded, which was one of the concerns. It's like it looked like a bit of a cheap website, but we knew it was authentic because of the link from the main website. I think Lee Nielsen themselves could learn a few lessons in the packaging materials. I maybe would play around with those a little bit, especially getting people involved with you post-purchase, right? Because you're not going direct, you're going through the middleman. And so think of ways where you can connect with your customers if you're selling products through other people. Mainly get them onto the web, show them videos, get them registered and all that sort of thing. So that would have worked well. I'm not sure about the chip shop paper. Something on the inside of the box would have been great. And from Classic Hand Tools point of view, you sent me a box with paper, shredded paper, and plastic bits and bobs in there. And I get that you're just going to throw everything in there just to try and keep it safe, which I appreciate. It appeared safely and nicely. I like your little brochure. Advices work on the website. Try and make the opening experience a little bit better. But yeah, there you go. So I hope you got something out of this one today. And stay tuned and make sure you subscribe as you know, any good videographer, YouTuber type person would tell you to do, as we do more shopping online and look at how we can better our own e-commerce businesses and e-commerce services by the lessons we learn on other websites. Have a great day, and we will see you in the next video.